Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are some of the most iconic superheroes ever and have been played by Hollywood legends, so it should be no surprise how many big names have nearly donned those capes.
I'm also a big fan of Justice.
In 2007, a decade before the release of Justice League, the fifth movie of the DC Extended Universe, legendary Mad Max filmmaker George Miller was set to make his own Justice League movie with an entirely different cast. At the core was his Batman, Armie Hammer, 3 years before his breakthrough role in The Social Network.
I honestly don't think you're in any position to make that call.
DJ Catrona, who would later play Flint in G.I. Joe, was Superman. Megan Gale, who eventually did work with Miller as the Valkyrie in Mad Max Fury Road, was Wonder Woman. Santiago Cabrera on the series Heroes at the time was Aquaman. Adam Brody, hot off the OC, was The Flash. Rapper Common, who had just made his feature debut in Smokin' Aces, was Green Lantern. Knocked Up's Jay Baruchel was the villainous Maxwell Lord, and Zoe Kazan, a year before her breakthrough in Revolutionary Road, was Iris Allen.
Watch her.
The movie was well into pre-production, including sets being built and costumes designed, when a ballooning budget and lost incentives caused Warner Brothers to scrap the movie.
Alright.
Fast forward to an era where the Marvel Universe owns the box office and a new Justice League movie was put into motion as part of a larger DC Extended Universe. By the time it was in production, most of the Justice League members had already starred or cameoed in previous DCEU movies, but those actors had to win those roles first.
What?
For Man of Steel's leading man, Snyder considered actors for his Superman including Matthew Goode, Matt Bomer, Joe Manganiello, Zac Efron, and even Armie Hammer before casting Henry Cavill.
I knew you didn't bring me back because you like me.
For Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Snyder again considered Hammer and Manganiello, this time for Batman, along with Jon Hamm, Gerard Butler, Orlando Bloom, Luke Evans, Josh Brolin, and even Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who first worked with Snyder in Watchmen and ended up playing Bruce Wayne's father. Snyder's co-producer wife, Deborah, however, has said Ben Affleck was always the favorite.
I'm rich.
Wonder Woman first appears in that movie and was reportedly offered to Angelina Jolie and Cate Blanchett. Kristen Stewart, Jessica Biel, and Ava Green were also among the actresses considered, as well as Cobie Smulders, who voiced Wonder Woman in the Lego Movie.
At some point, even you have to learn to move on.
Fortunately for Gal Gadot, Snyder remembered her from originally casting her as Feora in Man of Steel, a small role she had to drop out of due to pregnancy.
Please don't make me do this.
The Flash also first appeared in Batman vs. Superman, and actors on the wish list included Bradley Cooper, Chris Pine, Matthew Fox, and Scott Porter. There was also a contingent of DC fans who thought Grant Gustin, star of the CW Flash series, should play the role on the big screen as well, but Snyder felt the tone of his movie was too different. He instead went with indie actor Ezra Miller.
No, there's no problem.
For Cyborg, Michael B. Jordan voiced the role in a 2013 animated Justice League movie and was considered before it went to Ray Fisher.
Ride ain't over yet.
For Aquaman, Lost Josh Holloway was rumored, but Snyder had his eye on Game of Thrones' Jason Momoa and asked him to audition. For Batman, Momoa figured he's not a Batman type and thought that he was actually being considered for a villain, before eventually being offered Aquaman.
Permission to come aboard.
Of course, now Momoa gets his own Aquaman movie and will continue to play the role in future DCEU movies, including a potential Justice League sequel. The question: do they get free rent in the Hall of Justice?
Maybe temporary.